In this video, I want to talk about how mental illness and addiction is a problem that's not always addressed. Many times I've seen those with addictions go to treatment facilities and rehabs that only focus on the addiction. They think that if the person would just stop using drugs and alcohol, that everything would get better. And first of all, it's good to get any help, because having some type of support is better than none. But oftentimes when someone has a mental illness as well as an addiction, you're dealing with two very severe situations, and oftentimes the mental illness will not allow them to seek the help or accept the help. What happens with mental illness is our brain starts to believe certain things that are not always true. For example, I have bipolar disorder, and when I was at my worst points, reality was not what was happening. I had hallucinations and delusions. I believed things were going on that weren't really happening. Now, if you take someone that has that kind of mental illness and they don't believe things are real, or they're struggling with reality, and you say, hey, listen, you have to stop drinking, you have to stop using drugs, you have to, go to rehab, you have to go that, their brain is not really able to process the information the same as someone else. So what I found for those with mental illness and addiction is they need a lot of support. They need people around them that will work with them, that will help them, that will motivate them, that will encourage them, and that will understand the balance of having both a mental illness as well as an addiction. Because when you put those two things together, it is a very long, hard road. Let's be honest, those with addiction sometimes lose their life, and it's a huge battle to end addiction. That's A. B, certain people with mental illness have a very, very rough time. When people have depression or bipolar or schizophrenia or ADD or autism, it's a very, very hard struggle. When you put those two together, it is a huge, huge obstacle. And what I need to say is that there is hope. There are people that have had both mental illness and addictions, and they get their lives together. They get stronger, they get more motivated, and it's usually a combination. They do need medicine, they need therapy, they need support groups. Some of them need AA or NA. They need to be around other people. But when you get as much support as you can to deal with these issues, there's a chance to turn the situation around. Because many with mental illness and addiction are amazing people. They're very creative, they're very smart, they have lots of energy, they have the ability to add to our world. Now, I want to tell you, my little brother died this year at age 27. He had a heroin addiction. He never shared that with anyone. I knew he drank alcohol and marijuana, but he didn't tell us about the harder drugs that he was engaging in. When he died, I needed to find a way to let out all the feelings. I was working at a rehab at the time, and I needed to share what I learned about going through this experience. I decided to write a beautiful book to share lessons for anyone. You watching this video says you want to learn about mental illness and addiction, whether you want to help other people, or you have a friend or a family member, or you yourself are facing these issues. My book is meant to inspire you, to uplift you, to motivate you, and to give you lots of lessons. All the things I've learned are shared to help you. You can find the book on Amazon. It's called Depression, Bipolar, and Heroin. That's Depression, Bipolar, and Heroin. And we do coaching for those with mental illness and addiction. You can find on my website all the information about how we help. We even offer a free consultation to see if we could help your loved one or you. You can find my website at bipolaronline.com. That's bipolaronline.com. And please read my book, Depression, Bipolar, and Heroin. Share it with someone you care about or yourself, and let's try to help those facing these issues. I know there's a lot going on in the world, but when someone has mental illness or addiction, they need love, they need support, they need hope, they need encouragement, and I believe you watching this video, there was some lesson for you to get. I want to thank you so much. I really, from the bottom of my heart, appreciate you taking a minute to watch this, and I pray wherever you are, your life gets better, situations improve, and maybe you can make a difference in someone's life. Thank you so much.